Hi, Henry. It's so nice to meet you. It's an honor for me. How's your day going so far?
Oh, thanks. It's a pleasure. It's going well.
So I hope you're ready for the hard hitting ET questions. I got the Universal Studios cup ready. First off, what's the one ET question that you get all the time that you just wish no one would ever ask ever again?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, uh, well, I've been joking that this is the longest press tour in history. Like I've been doing this press tour since 1982. So I've I've heard pretty much everything. No,
I,
I think it's really interesting to me because it's been around for so many years, and but people seem to be obsessed with the same things about it, which I think is really nice. It's kind of comforting. You can come back and 40 years later, people still want to know, how did the bike fly? Or, you know, what was it like doing that scene? It's no, there aren't any annoying questions really, because I'm just amazed that I'm still talking about this movie.
I'm gonna try my best to see if I can come up with some original ones. Let's
Okay.
see. Let's see if we
All
can do
right.
it. Now I did. I read.
I'll give you my honest opinion.
That's
Okay.
all I want.
All right.
Honest opinion. Over the last 40 years, have you ever called anyone else penis breath? I will go on record and say that I have. I was like six. You got me in a lot of trouble.
I've heard this tale repeated many times. Yeah, with different faces, but the same result.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I did read that ET was filmed mostly in chronological order. In order for Steven Spielberg felt that you guys would be more upset saying goodbye to ET at the end. I'm curious, have you ever worked on another film where you've done that and filmed in chronological order?
Uh, I've been on films where they tried to do it, and with limited success. And ET was pretty close to chronological order, although we did, on the first day, we shot all of the school sequence. Um, so it was a little out of sync, but all the emotional stuff was on track as far as, you know, building a relationship with ET. And yeah.
Right, right. Are there any keepsakes that you kept from the movie that you still have all these years later?
No, I didn't keep anything.
You didn't keep anything?
I should have,
Oh
but I didn't.
man, I guess that was before. Yeah, I guess that's really before people were even realized that that was like a valuable thing to do.
I also, I don't think like that. I have a hard time thinking about an object uh, being tied into anything with me.
Sure.
So I I don't know. I don't like. I never thought about the red hooded sweatshirt. Didn't become important until the movie was out in theaters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out. So the last couple of years, UFOs have been in the news because the Pentagon's released all this mysterious footage. I'm just curious if you've seen any of that footage and if you believe that we're alone or not.
No, I believe in other life out there. Yeah, for
I
sure.
do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a little too, I mean, mathematically speaking, I don't know if they're here on Earth, but mathematically speaking, we can't be the only ones, right?
Well, I mean, you know, the odds of a single cell organism existing somewhere else are pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I was curious about this, being a child actor, and I'm sure the ET voice was done, in post. How was the ET voice actually done on set when you were communicating with him?
So this is pretty funny because there's about 13 guys that operated ET, and they would be on the other side of the stage. So I would deliver my line, and then I would hear this chorus from far away of like 12 or 13 grown men going, ouch.
That's amazing.
Because they were running the remote control for the lip movements and stuff, and they were matching it.
Yeah.
with their own voice.
I have one more question for you. I gotta say, while I have you, I've loved the work that you've done with Mike Flanagan, all of it. I've loved it. You're so great in everything that I've seen. For Dr. Sleep, you played Jack Torrance, which I'm sure was no easy feat. And I was just curious if you've ever met or spent any time with Jack Nicholson.
I've met Jack before. I haven't really hung out with him at all, but I met him once in LA. But it's important. I think I wasn't doing an impression of Jack Nicholson. I was doing the House's impression of Lloyd the bartender and Jack Nicholson, whatever he could throw up to kind of pull Danny in. So one of the reasons why I agreed to do that project was because Mike said, we're not doing an impersonation or an impression of Jack Nicholson. I said, okay, great. Then maybe it'll be interesting, but yeah. I didn't want to, I think to approach it that way would mean a little disrespect.
Right. And it keeps it out of the parody sort of area. So
indeed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the concern, because, you don't want to step into an iconic role like that and have people, in the third act, like go, ah.
Right. And he's been impersonated for so many years. So yeah. I could see how it'd be easy to do that. Henry, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. This was an absolute pleasure for me. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you. That's kind of you. Thanks a lot.